month's bag of the month is the Fendi Baguette, so here is everything you need to know before buying this bag. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Celesta. We talk about all things luxury shopping and handbags. If you love those things, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do post videos twice a week. So you guys know the drill. This month, we have picked up this gorgeous pink Fendi Baguette. This is in the medium size. We are gonna run through the size, what fits, how it looks on me, pros and cons. Should you get it? Should you not get it? Where to get it? All of these things. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this is currently not on the Fendi website. They do have obviously medium baguettes, but this style specifically with the pink canvas is not on the website. I think this is around like mid 2010-ish era, but I could be wrong because they've made a couple revisions, which I'll kind of talk about. But the dimensions of the bag are 11 inches by 5.5 inches by 2.5 inches in width. So this in theory should fit quite a bit. It also comes with a shoulder strap / top handle strap. This is a 4.5 inch strap drop, and then it also comes with a crossbody strap with a 15 inch strap drop. I am 4'11", so I know I typically prefer around a 19 inch strap drop if I wanted to wear it crossbody. I think with the 15 inch, you can kind of wear it as like a longer shoulder bag, but I think it's gonna sit quite high up as a crossbody, especially if you are taller than me, which probably for 99% of you are. The bar's on the floor. Let's quickly jump into what fits because I have a lot of thoughts on this bag. Here is everything that fits in the Fendi Baguette. I am kind of surprised I'm able to fit an umbrella in here. I'm able to fit an iPhone, regular, of course a max would fit, card holder, passport, camera, sunglasses, hand cream, hand sanitizer, and sunscreen all fit in here, and there's a little bit of space left. Honestly, I feel like this bag fits quite a bit. Considering the size of the bag, I think because it's canvas and it doesn't inherently have that much structure, you can really shove a bunch of things in here. It does get very heavy, so like I wouldn't carry this much, but like we're just showing how much it fits, right? I did want to jump into pros and cons. The first pro / con is the color. I am actually obsessed with this pink canvas. I think this is so cute, so pretty. And I don't have any Fendi bags in my collection anymore. And so I really, really love this pink canvas. However, this is not like Louis Vuitton canvas. This is not like Celine canvas. This is not coated. So you're gonna get very similar material. Think like the Dior book tote. It's just fabric. Since this bag is borrowed from Vivrel, you can see other people have, gotten some stains and some markings on the bag. It's definitely not in pristine condition, but I would also assume the people who are borrowing this bag aren't treating it with the utmost care as if they were, they shelled out $4,000 to buy it themselves. With that said, it gets dirty so easily, very similar to the Dior book tote. And I think because this is in pink, it's not even like the regular like dark brown Fendi canvas. You can see every little stain. On top of that, you can also see some pilling. I'll kind of give you guys a close-up, but it's a very slight pilling of the bag. The hardware also has some minor scratches, but considering how old this bag is, it's really not bad. If this were my bag, if I had paid my own money for this, I would 100% Scotch guard this bag. It's not foolproof, but it will help quite a bit. I also don't know, and I heard people could dry clean their Dior book tote. I don't know how true that is. I genuinely don't even know how I would care for this bag if this were mine. Because if there are stains on it, if you get it dirty, God forbid you spill something on it, I wouldn't know how to clean it. Is the bag just ruined, And so, of course you can take those extra precautions, but that is probably one of the biggest cons about this bag. It feels like you are screwed if you get this dirty. And it's not an if, but a when. I will say though, the pro for having a light pink bag is the light pink interior. I feel like a light pink interior is just so much easier to find your things. It is also a canvas interior, so keep in mind the inside will get dirty. Again, not if, but when. If this were my bag, I would probably get an organizer for this. Not that the bag really needs an organizer because it's not a very big bag, but just to protect the interior, because looking at this, there's quite a few stains on the inside of the bag as well. A little bit of like orangish brown, so maybe that's makeup. The edges for sure are dirty, and so I would definitely consider getting an organizer for this bag just to protect the interior. I will say this bag has a very strong magnetic closure, and it's quite easy to close even though the bag is empty. I feel like sometimes bags that are kind of like front closure like this, the magnetic closure isn't as strong, or it's kind of hard to like get into place to get it to lock. So I do appreciate how easy this bag is to open and close, and generally feels quite secure. With that said, this bag is quite heavy, and again, it's kind of very front heavy, very similar to my Louis Vuitton Capucine. I feel like I would be more inclined to just put this bag flat like this, because just sitting upright, it's going to topple over. And I think that's why there's some hairline scratches on the hardware. I mean, considering how old this is, it's not bad, but like I would definitely be concerned because this is a very front heavy bag and it will topple over. In general, I feel like this is a pretty heavy bag considering it's canvas. I can't even imagine how heavy this bag would be if it was full leather. The bag also comes with a removable crossbody strap. This is not an adjustable crossbody strap, which I would have loved to see. It's also a thicker like guitar strap, so think like Louis Vuitton multi-pochette, Prada re-edition, like that era of like fabric straps. I had no intention of wearing it with the crossbody. You guys know I'm not a big crossbody girly, so as soon as I saw this, I kind of just like tossed it back in the box because I knew I wasn't gonna wear it that way. However, you can wear this obviously as a shoulder bag slash top handle. When I originally picked this, I thought this would be big enough to wear over your shoulder. And it kind of is, but like it's right up on your armpit. And I think that's the biggest con for me. It does stay over your shoulder, so we're gonna have to give them that. But this just isn't the most comfortable. I think if it was like 1 inch longer, like honestly, we could probably extend the strap with like a little bag charm or something like that. I think this would have been way more comfortable to wear. And I feel like the reason why I haven't really worn this bag is because it just doesn't fit very well as a shoulder bag. The other alternative, and I think what it's probably more realistically designed to wear, is as a top handle on the crook of your arm. But I also feel like this is kind of a big bag to wear, like for me and my size and height. So I am not the biggest fan of wearing it just as like a top handle on the crook of your arm. I really want to be able to throw it over your shoulder. And I kind of did some research because I had the Fendi Mama sequin quite a couple years ago, and this shoulder strap was an actual shoulder strap. It was also adjustable. So somewhere down the line, they made it shorter so you could really wear it as a top handle slash maybe a shoulder bag. And then more recently, I looked back on their website because I was like, I feel like a 4.5 strap drop is kind of short, and it looks online like on their website now it's longer. So somewhere down the road, they had adjusted the strap yet again. So I think it's just this era of the Fendi baguette where the strap is really short and it's hard to wear as a shoulder bag. I was also kind of hoping, even if it was short as a shoulder bag, you can kind of like push this in, you know, and wear it that way. And you kind of can, but it bulges out in a weird way that I don't know that I love. So that is probably my biggest con with this bag. I love that this bag fits a ton. I love that I can put my everyday essentials, my camera, card holder, passport, you know, all the things, but I just really can't get over the strap drop and how you are going to have to baby the hell out of this bag. And I have a lot of bags. I've collected a lot of bags over the years, and I don't really feel like I've had to baby any one of my bags. Probably the most being my Dior book tote. Maybe. Even then, I don't feel like that much. And so I feel like if I were to get this, this is going to be a bag that you will have to baby because of the light pink canvas. The strap is not a complete deal breaker because if I really, really loved this bag, I could in theory get a different shoulder strap and just wear it, or I can find a way to just like lengthen it slightly, like with a bag charm or something like that. Actually, let's just try that now. Never tried this before, but we have the little bag charm here. I'm gonna remove the strap and then add the strap here onto the bag charm and then use the bag charm as a clip to then extend. I don't even think this is going to extend very much. Oops. Okay. So this is what she looks like now. It's extended by like maybe an inch. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, that makes a pretty big difference. That's actually a lot more comfortable now. So yeah, I mean, there are hacks to make the strap a little bit longer. I also feel like for the price of the Fendi baguettes now, like retail price, it's quite high. I will say I really like what Maria's been doing with, you know, all the new designs with the Fendi baguette. I think they look very chic. It's not your typical, you know, black Fendi baguette anymore. You're getting sequins, you're getting the beads, you're getting the embroidery, you're getting a lot of fun designs. And so I think for someone who is further along in their handbag collecting journey, if you will, I think they have very fun and unique designs to pick from. I would consider getting this pre-loved, but not in pink. My heart loves pink. You guys know this. I'm a pink girly through and through. Pink is a neutral for me. But I don't think that if you were to get this pre-loved, you're gonna find it in the best condition possible. I've seen similar Fendi baguettes, kind of like the newer-ish style, retail for around like $1,800 to $2,000. You can find vintage Fendi baguettes like the fabric one in like the vintage kind of brown canvas. Again, not coated canvas, but that design I've seen around $1,000 to $1,200. That's also very similar pricing that I've seen in Japan as well. And so I think I would love to add a Fendi baguette to my collection. I don't know that this one is the one. I might consider the mini Fendi baguette with the sequins. I feel like that's really fun, but I do feel like the one that like got away from me is the Fendi baguette in the sequins that I sold a couple years ago. But I also don't know if that's because the Fendi baguette has kind of just come back in style and I have FOMO. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any other questions that I didn't answer below. Happy to answer them for you, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave another video for you guys here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!